The Kern County Courthouse in downtown Bakersfield is evacuated because of a threat near the corner of Truxton and Chester. The Kern County Sheriff's Office says the courthouse received a call around 9:45 this morning indicating a threat. Now, right now, deputies are clearing the courthouse to confirm whether the threat exists. The court's public affairs officer, Kristen Davis, says this was a visible threat which prompted the evacuation. We're working to learn exactly what the threat is.
I'm not going to go into the exact procedures. However, we do notify all the judges. We go into a lockdown mode and we evacuate the courthouse from potential jurors, from other civilians and citizens that are inside the courthouse at this time.
The courthouse is expected to be closed through at least 1:30 this afternoon. The Kern County Sheriff's Office says traffic is partially closed off and you're asked to avoid the area. KCSO also says in any situation like this, if you see something, say something. Well, more breaking news at noon. A big rig fire in central Bakersfield at South 99 near Buck Owens, where a big rig is on fire. It happened just for 11:30 this morning, just south of Airport Drive. We do not know what caused the fire. We will bring you more information as we get it. We also just learned of another crash that happened just after this. Well, the man accused of plowing his car through protesters last month is set to make his first court appearance. Investigators say Michael Tran was the man behind the wheel when the car sped into a crowd back in May. It happened during the first local protest in downtown Bakersfield. BPD says Tran injured a 15-year-old girl. 17 News discovered Tran has a lengthy criminal record, including one case where he pleaded no contest to attacking a man with a tire iron. His charges stemming from the protest include attempted murder. Now, he's scheduled to be arraigned at 3 this afternoon. A local school district confirms one of its employees was caught on camera appearing to threaten a young girl at a recent protest.
911. You need to get your wife. My daughter. Do not steal my daughter.
The Bakersfield City School District confirmed it's investigating this video that has quickly gone viral. The woman seen here has identified herself as Carrie Maxwell in a statement released by her attorney. Erica Blaze, the woman who recorded the video, says Maxwell began berating her and her daughter while they were leaving a Black Lives Matter protest in Northwest Bakersfield on Friday. Her daughter was left in tears. Maxwell can be heard saying, "I will kill you," but in her written apology, she says she's never threatened the girl. She accused Blaze of being confrontational when she asked protesters to stay away from her. 17 News spoke with Maxwell's attorney, who says she was worried for her family's health and safety.
She lives in a residential neighborhood, and people were gathering near her home. She went out to ask them to move away. She has her son and her mother were both at risk for COVID, and she was in a bad place at a bad time and made a statement that people have spun to make it much more severe than it was.
In the statement, Maxwell says in part, "When I heard protesters gathering near my home, loudly chanting profanities, I became overwhelmed with anxiety and fear. I called the police and was told there was nothing they could do." Now, you can read her full apology on our website, kget.com. Well, the coronavirus pandemic will give the world economy its worst blow in 80 years. Now, the World Bank predicts the global gross domestic product will shrink by more than 5% this year. Europe and the U.S. are expected to fare even worse, with the U.S. economy contracting by more than 6%. Now, that's despite trillions of dollars in aid the government rolled out to keep businesses afloat. Down the road, the World Bank expects investment, trade, and supply chains to stay sluggish in the near term. On top of that, the U.S. labor market is taking its biggest hit since the Great Depression. The report expects the U.S. economy to rebound next year. However, the American Association of Business Economics says the biggest risk to the U.S. right now is a second wave of infections. Well, Kern Public Health has confirmed 76 new coronavirus cases today, bringing the total to nearly 2,900. 47 people have died. Nearly 1,900 have recovered from the virus. 865 remain isolated at home, and 63 people have contracted the virus or are hospitalized tonight. More than 30,000 tests have come back negative, and more than 800 tests are still pending. Well, more parts of California economy have the green light to reopen. Now in Kern County, you can go camping if you want, and the kids can go to summer day camp before school starts up again this fall. Now you can dine in at many restaurants or get a drink at a bar, and your local gym might be reopening soon. Movies are allowed back for filming in Kern County. Professional sports will be back on TV, just without an audience. And more is opening up for tourism and fun like hotels, casinos, museums, and sites like bowling alleys and arcades.
For those of you wondering, well, what businesses are not open, the state has not allowed nail salons to reopen. I get calls from tattoo shops in Kern County. You may not open.
Many of the guidelines for reopening these businesses is similar, like scheduling time slots, enforcing social distancing, encouraging masks, and taking temperatures regularly. Though 12 new sectors are reopening, Kern County has been seeing an increased number of new COVID-19 cases each day. About a month ago, our daily average was 30. Now it's about 50, and it's unclear if the number will increase with recent protests.
There could be repercussions for Kern County should our community not take this seriously and not implement these preventative measures.
The county has since offered about 55 loans for a total of $1 million to local businesses impacted by COVID-19. Now, for a full list of restrictions for all 12 of these sectors, visit our website, kerncounty.com. Well, today, thanks to the help of a local doctor, Adventist Health Bakersfield has thousands of face masks. Dr. Vinod Kumar donated 10,000 face masks for those working on the front lines. And Dr. Kumar says it is crucial we keep our healthcare workers safe and protect so they can continue to help those in need.
My father always told us that health and education are two most important issues in any communities, and always support that. And I feel very fortunate to be a part of that, the support and the care that we need in Bakersfield for every one of us, and the healthcare providers who are helping and are our heroes, taking care of these patients, COVID patients. This is the highest selfless service that I think healthcare providers are doing, and it's very important to recognize that, and I really appreciate it.
Adventist Health says they are happy to receive a donation from someone who is helping so many others. In your 17 Health Watch, temperature, humidity, and the type of surface determines how long the coronavirus remains alive. Researchers studied the drying time of respiratory droplets from infected patients on various surfaces in 6 cities. They found that higher temperatures help to dry out the droplets faster, which reduces the chance of the virus surviving. But the droplets stayed on surfaces longer in places with greater humidity, which improves the survivability. The scientists also say the droplets evaporated faster on glass and steel surfaces compared to smartphone screens, cotton, and wood. We're taking you back out to that big rig fire in central Bakersfield, southbound 99 near Buck Owens Boulevard, where there's a major traffic backup because of that big rig fire. We've learned 2 lanes are now open, so hopefully traffic will be flowing again soon. It happened just about an hour ago, just south of Airport Drive. We're working to learn what caused that fire. We've also learned of another crash in the same area that happened just after this. The northbound lanes are also moving slowly because of the big rig fire, even though nothing is impacting those lanes. In an update now to that threat at the Kern County Courthouse in downtown Bakersfield. The Kern County Sheriff's Office now says the courthouse is cleared. Now at around 9:45 this morning, the courthouse received a call indicating a threat. The courthouse was evacuated and deputies were called in to investigate and clear the building. The court's public affairs officer, Kristen Davis, says there was a viable threat which prompted the evacuation. Now it is still not clear what exactly that threat was. Well, a man is dead following a crash into Hatchapee. This happened early this morning on Route 202 near Reeves Street. CHP says 2 vehicles were involved and one of them overturned, completely blocking the road. The man has not yet been identified. Now it's unclear whether anyone else was hurt. This is still an ongoing investigation. Well, a coroner has identified the man accused of burglary and carjacking until he ran into an off-duty sheriff's deputy. 24-year-old Juan Carlos Alvarez allegedly tried to carjack the deputy after committing a series of crimes. 17's Amber Frias has more.
It started about 8:45 a.m. Sunday. According to the sheriff's office, when a man burglarized a home and stole a car in the 3600 block of Eisenhower Avenue. Police say the man had been seen harassing neighbors in that neighborhood before that. Bakersfield police officers were dispatched to investigate. A few blocks down the street, the man then crashed the stolen car. According to KCSO, he then ran onto Highway 99 north of White Lane. He stopped a car traveling north, entered the car, and attempted to steal it. Without realizing the driver was an off-duty deputy. A physical struggle then ensued, and the deputy shot the suspect.
We went northbound 99, just north of White Lane for shooting.
The man died of his injuries at the scene. The deputy involved suffered minor injuries. His name has not yet been released, but they did tell us he was placed on routine administrative leave. Anyone with any information is asked to call KCSO at 861-3110. From Southwest Bakersfield, Amber Frias, 17 News.
Well, detainees at the Mesa Verde ICE Processing Center went on a hunger strike in solidarity with those protesting the death of George Floyd. According to the detention center, 21 detainees made hunger strike claims to staff. One individual missed 11 meals. The other 20 missed between 9 to 10 meals each. Now, some of the detainees expressed the strike for George Floyd. One individual said he was participating to protest the presence of soy in his meals. Now, according to the detention center, no detainees are currently on the hunger strike. Well, city spray parks are set to reopen this week. The City of Bakersfield Recreation and Parks Department announced that city-operated spray parks will reopen tomorrow after new guidance was released by Public Health. The parks have been closed for months to help stop the spread of COVID-19. The spray parks will operate on an adjusted schedule. Then they'll be open from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Now, they encourage those visiting to maintain social distancing and follow posted guidelines. City-operated pools are still closed at this time. Also not yet open are playground and outdoor equipment, along with basketball hoops. Well, the colder weather isn't sticking around much longer. Let's send things back over to Kevin. It is a warm day out there today.
Yeah, we are looking at a warm day today, but we're nice and clear out there with the lower 80s. Arvin is sitting at 77 degrees currently under the sunny conditions, beautiful sky. And then Wasco, 78 degrees. As we take a look at Bakersfield, again at 81. 19% on the humidity. We've seen that drop, and wind out of the west-northwest at 8. Overnight, we were at 56, so slightly below the normal of 62. Normal high today, 89, and the record of 110 was set back in 2014. Here's a look at temperatures right now. We've got 78 out in Buttonwillow, Delano 76, and then into the mountains 60s and 70s. Frazier Park at 69, 73 in Tehachapi, and 76 for Lake Isabella. Mid-80s already out of Ridgecrest. Satellite and radar showing you the clear skies here from the north to the south, even along the coastal areas. A very nice start to the afternoon. Temperatures around the state, 80 to the north in Sacramento, 82 out in Morro Bay, and we're looking at 90s down to the south. LA is going to be cooking today at 93. They're going to be warmer than Vegas. They're at 83 and 94 out of Phoenix. And out near Pismo Beach, sunny skies today and also a little bit warmer there. 84 degrees expected. Light wind out of the north-northeast, 10 to 15. High pressure is wide. We're starting to see this warm up, but that will be short-lived. By the weekend, we're going to see another trough develop out here to the north and west, and that'll usher in some cooler air. And that means another cool down will be on the way. Really nothing headed our way anytime soon. Maybe by the end of the work week, a few high clouds drifting in, but that will be about it. And further out, I see no rain for us for at least 10 days. So here's a look at the headlines. Sunny and warmer the next few days, and temperatures will be in the upper 90s. Next trough, we'll move in for the weekend, so we go from upper 90s back into the 80s. And again, no rain in our immediate future. The national weather on this Tuesday, we're still tracking Crystal Ball's track. Rain spreading into parts of Iowa right now, so it's moving at a pretty big clip. The winds are not a problem, but we will continue to see some heavy rain as this moves into parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin. Here's a look at our forecast. Sunny and warm, 92 in Bakersfield today, 93 in Delano, 90 in Taft. For the mountains in the Kern River Valley, sunny and warm here as well. 79 in Frazier Park, near 80 in Tehachapi, 76 in Bear Valley, 80s for the Kern River Valley. Lake Isabel at 86, 83 in Weldon. And then for the desert, sunny, a north-northeast wind 5 to to 10 and 86 in Mojave. Here's your extended forecast. Tomorrow, 97, 99 on Thursday, and then finally we get a cool down again by the weekend with those 80s, but right near 95 next Monday. Into the mountains, a little warmer. Wednesday, Thursday, cooler for the weekend, right back up near 83 early next week. And for the Kern River Valley, you can see those 90s Wednesday, Thursday, 75 by Saturday. More news coming your way.
Well, starting today, military funerals will resume at Bakersfield National Cemetery. The COVID-19 pandemic halted committal services and limited how many people could attend funerals. There are still social distancing guidelines in place for services, and people are required to wear a mask at the cemetery. Well, Yosemite National Park is reopening on Thursday, according to the National Park Service. One big change for now, visitors must reserve day passes in advance instead of driving up to the park for entry. The park closed since March due to the coronavirus will limit the number of visitors who can enter. Now, each user can make one reservation per day. The park will only accept credit cards for payment of entrance fees. Yosemite aims to limit daily entry to 50% of the June 2019 average. Overnight camping and lodging will also resume Thursday, as will retail and food and beverage services. Visitor center services will be moved outdoors.